on this thing better. Let's try and... I think that's it. I'm trying to do it so that it doesn't... Obviously, when I take a step, it wobbles. I'm just trying to make that wobble a bit less. Struggling. I've actually ordered a new one. It's like an anti-wobble stick. Anti-wobble stick, yeah? So welcome, guys. Not sure how many of you are going to be notified. We've done 2 lives today, and unfortunately, that looks a bit better. Unfortunately, almost no one got notified, so I don't know what's going on with YouTube. Let's give a chance for you guys to join on. I'm going for a dog walk. It's very peaceful. Kids have been out all day. So, quite a chilly day in the UK. So we've had an interesting day today on the live streams. So I woke up this morning and I've got these 2 newspaper clips from the 70s, I think, and quite interesting newspaper clips. And let me just cross the road, just make sure I don't get killed. So I've got these newspaper clips. One of them is all about Lisa Marie and Scientology. Right, 1 second, guys. Just got to do something. Okay, sorry about that. Shh. My phone's doing funny stuff. So there's 2 clips. Hi, are you live now? Yes. Oh, Mindy Miller, how are you? You got me on the dog walk. How are you, Mindy? It's funny, Mindy, I was talking to Emilio Santoro. Emilio Santoro, he joined our live today. Have you met Emilio Santoro, the Elvis tribute act? And obviously I chat with Chris Paul as well. And Emilio told me he's joining you on Sunday. Yes, at the Hemley, what's it called again? The Hemley Elvis Week. Is that right? So I was so pleased. Mindy, I was so pleased that he joined us. Emilio is from my hometown, Weston-super-Mare. So I knew him as a small boy. He was friends with my twin brothers. Yes, yeah, you were with him. Well, he lives in my hometown, Weston-super-Mare. We're more or less neighbours. I know his parents, but also him and his brother are close friends with my twin brother's kids. So I knew Emilio when he was just a little boy, and he was telling me that we gave him an Elvis mug. We gave him an Elvis mug when he was 6 years old. Obviously, me and my twin brother have been Elvis fans for since the 70s. So yeah, and Mindy, he's so talented, isn't he? Hi, Karen. He's amazing, so talented. I was chuffed to bits that he joined me. And obviously, I do get Todd Slaughter has been emailing me a bit as well. Have you met Todd Slaughter, Mindy? Have you met Todd Slaughter? I think he was there, wasn't he? So, bit by bit, I'm getting to know you guys. Yeah, he is. And he was just a boy. He's grown up into a very, very handsome man, hasn't he? And his parents are absolutely lovely. They're the most lovely people you could ever meet. And he is so humble. The thing I like about Emilio is that he is just humble, isn't he? Humble, just so down to earth, kind and friendly. Just brilliant. can't say a better word. Guys. Yeah, I'm not sure if he was in Bad Newman. Yes, he is reckoned. Yeah. I know that he just won the Memphis championship, didn't he? He entered the Memphis championship and he won it, Emilio. And I know that he was on the American Idol type, what was it called? You know, with Simon Cowell, where they had the AI sort of generated image of him. Yes, I agree. Yeah, if you're going to do Elvis, if you're going to be a Elvis tribute act, then you have to be humble. And he's from, American Idol. Is that the one where where he's in the gold suit? You know, where he's in the gold suit, and then they do some kind of AI on the face to make the face look the same as Elvis. He's the one that was in that as well. So. And he does a lot of shows around the hometown. My town's called Weston-super-Mare. It's like a seaside town. And I grew up along the seaside running nightclubs, discos, bars, restaurants, all along the seafront of my hometown. And I retired when I was 46. So, you've been to Weston-super-Mare? All right. So, where did you go, Mindy? Do you remember where you went? It was was it it could have been the Sambay village. It could have been the Sambay village, because I know they have an Elvis. They do have an Elvis week there, I think. I know that's where Chris goes, isn't it? Chris Paul. So, I spent my life on that seafront running these businesses. I was a DJ for 26 years, and then I retired when I was 46. I'm 57 now, so I've got quite an easy life now. Every time anyone important joins the live streams, like Mindy Miller, I am very, very flattered. I just want to get past these dogs. Seriously, I'm always really, really happy when people join us, because I think Team Elvis deserve it, you know? Let me just get past this dog. It's freezing cold here in the UK. Bristol, yeah, but we're very close to Bristol. We're very, very close to Bristol. It's about 20 minutes from Bristol. Where were you in Bristol? Do you remember, Mindy? Right, let's just go over this end. Right, let's keep going. We've got some kids around, so... Come on. All right. Woo, we're going for a run. So, now today, my live stream later is going to be, I found some very, very interesting 1970s newspaper clips of when Priscilla put poor Lisa Marie into Scientology. And it's a very interesting clip. It's quite a long clip. I'm going to read through it. We're going to break it down. Now, just, you know, because Millie's here with us, I just want you to know, Millie, when I criticize Priscilla, I do try and do it with respect. I try not to be hateful. I try to do it from a good place. I'm not trying to create hate for Priscilla. That's not my style. What I'm trying to do is respectfully expose all the wrongdoing that I feel. I don't remember the hotel, but that's where immediately I was there to speak and judge the Elvis concert. Right, okay. Yeah, so okay, I wonder how well Emilio did in that contest. Let me just get past these people. Dogs are chasing me. Anyway, so just talking about Priscilla, when I try and defend Elvis and the bloodline, including Riley and Philly and Harper and Benjamin and Gladys and Vernon, I really feel that we as fans want to show them that we support them. Even if it's not our business. Now, when we talk about Priscilla, I do try and do it in a friendly, respectful way. We're trying to expose the wrongdoing. We're trying to expose the fact that the book Elvis and Me, whenever I read that book, I pick out the things in it that literally infuriate me. When I watch the, let's cross over. I did watch the Priscilla film 3 times. It really upset me. The Priscilla film really did upset me because it's just so unfair to Elvis, really harmful to his image, his reputation and his legacy. And then even if you watch the old melodrama that is on YouTube, the 1988 melodrama, Elvis and Me, it just upsets me that they make... Now don't forget Mindy, if anyone's watching guys, Mindy was Elvis's girlfriend. She knows the truth. She knows what Elvis was like. She spent a lot of time with him. She got to know his religious side. She got to know his spiritual side. She got to know the man, yeah? She got to know the true Elvis. So when I read these books, Elvis and Me, I just think, how unfair is it that Elvis has been portrayed for, you know, over 40 years, isn't it? Nearly 40 years since the book Elvis and Me came out. How unfair is it that... I just think it's so unfair that this man, after all the good he did, such a kind, gentle, lovely, gracious man, a gentleman, very spiritual, very religious, has to be remembered in that way for over 40 years. It just really upsets me. Sometimes I get quite emotional, yeah? So when I see people like Mindy Miller, Elvis's ex-girlfriend, who tell the truth, who portray Elvis, the real Elvis, in the right way, in the correct way, it's a breath of fresh air, because we, the fans, you know, because we're just fans, aren't we? That's all we are. Yeah, we adore Elvis, but we, the fans, we don't hear enough people defending Elvis. I know that we're called defending Elvis, but defend Elvis. I would say if you go by documentaries and biographies and movies, I don't think any of them defend him. Honestly, seriously. The Priscilla film doesn't defend Elvis. The Baz Luhrmann film doesn't defend Elvis, yeah? So when we see an ex-girlfriend like Mindy Miller, who's beautiful, you are beautiful by the way, Mindy, it's a breath of fresh air. It's like, finally, hi, M0FXB, my twin brother is on. We've got Mindy Miller on with us. Are you getting my messages, brother? I have a twin brother. So, you know, then we get the book from here. All right, sorry, Mindy, yeah. It's because we've probably lost a bit of signal. Andreas, are you getting me? How much am I breaking up? All right, you're hearing me okay. So what it is, the signal here does come and go. So Mindy Miller's with us, Elvis's ex-girlfriend. And what I was trying to say to Mindy while she's here, guys, everyone say hello, by the way, is that when we watch your interviews, because I've watched many of Mindy Miller's interviews, yeah? It's so nice just to hear someone tell the truth. Tell us about the real Elvis. And Mindy, I don't know if you realise just how important it is. Hi, Mindy. It's so important that we hear. Yeah, my brother Andrew. I've got a twin brother called Andreas. But it's so important that we have people that want to just jump in and disagree with the negative lies that are said about Elvis. And obviously now we've got the book Now we've got the book, From Here to the Great Unknown. We're now finding out that many of the things that have been said about Elvis over the last, I would say, even 50 years, even before he died, we're now starting to find out that we've been lied to, that we've been misinformed. And the real Elvis was a very, very beautiful, don't just mean looks, from Tupelo, with decent parents who gave him that beautiful upbringing and taught him good Christian values, installed in him a decent heart, decent morals, to do the right thing, to put himself second. And I read out on my last live stream, we read out Vernon and Gladys were talking about how they brought up Elvis as a boy and the things they taught him. And I tell you what, they were beautiful words that Gladys and Vernon said in an interview. And it was like, that's the real Elvis. The Elvis that was asked and told and taught to treat everyone as equal. To treat everyone as equal. No one was better. No matter how much money you had, how much success you had, no matter how poor you were or how down and out you were, Elvis always treated you the same. And this really means a lot to me. So, yes, Elvis, towards the latter 5 years of his life, 6 years of his life, had very serious chronic medical problems where he needed a large amount of pills, a large amount of prescribed medication. But why do people sum him up in that way? Why do people talk about Elvis based on when he became very unwell? This is what's wrong. Why don't people talk about Elvis from how he was as a child, how he was as a teenager, how he was first starting out in the 50s and then becoming successful in his 20s, an amazing career. Then he goes through the movie years, and then he gets to the 68 comeback special, and then we go off to the Vegas years. Really successful years, and Elvis looked extremely healthy through all those years. It's only really after about 1973-4 you start to sense that everything's a bit too much for Elvis, that it's taking its toll on him. The damage that Priscilla did when she had her secret affair with Mike Stone, and even going further back, the damage that was done to Elvis when he found out about Priscilla seeing Steve Peck, the dance instructor. It's like these things for Elvis were, I think, quite catastrophic, had such an effect on him, because don't forget, it wasn't just about what his feelings were towards Priscilla. It was more than that. It was the embarrassment of having a public marriage in front of the world. Elvis got married in 1967 in May. And then within 10 months, he's humiliated by her affair with Steve Peck. And some say that Priscilla took Steve Peck to the 68 comeback rehearsals, if that is true. There's even a picture going around. Is that them? I wonder if it is. So you think how Elvis felt. He got married. He fulfilled his commitment. Elvis fulfilled his commitment. One day I will marry you. One day we will have a child. He fulfilled his commitment. He gets married to Priscilla. The marriage goes around the world. Everyone sees it. 9 months later, the beautiful baby is born, Lisa Marie. And Priscilla's thanks is within 6 to 8 weeks of Lisa Marie being born. She's unfaithful with Steve Peck, the guy who owned the dance studio, the dance instructor. Could you imagine just how that made Elvis feel? Could you imagine just how that made Elvis feel? The whole world, the tabloids, the magazines, the TV, news clips, all showing the world this marriage, this so-called perfect, beautiful marriage. Priscilla and Elvis beamed around the world. Every person on the planet knew about Elvis getting married. Then she gets pregnant. And then 9 months later, beautiful Lisa Marie is born. And then Priscilla thanks him by having an affair with a dance instructor who Elvis would have paid. Seriously, I know I keep repeating it. I think back, and I didn't know Elvis. Obviously, Mindy Miller knew him. But could you imagine how a proud man, surrounded by friends and family, all of his friends and family would have known about Steve Peck and what happened to Elvis, who had just had a baby, who had fulfilled his promise and married Priscilla. And it's out there. Elvis's marriage is a scam, is a fake, is a sham, because his so-called wife was unfaithful. His so-called wife was unfaithful in front of all his friends and family, in front of the world. Now, I'm guessing that they tried to keep it a secret that she was unfaithful just after Lisa Marie was born. Yeah? Hi, Trudy. So I do think they had a pretend marriage for a couple of years. I don't think there was any love there at this point. I also think Elvis tried to keep a brave face, tried to do the right thing, had a fake marriage. I don't think Elvis wanted to sleep with her after she'd been unfaithful to him with the dance instructor. I don't know, I wasn't there. But would you? Would any man want to sleep with a woman that had been unfaithful just after the baby was born, less than 10 months after a wedding? I don't think so. So then they have a bit of a sham marriage, and then a couple of years later, Priscilla chooses probably the worst, most upsetting person that she could have ever chose, because Elvis massively admired karate. Karate, I think, from what I know, was one of the most important things in Elvis's life. And she picks Mike Stone, who was married she was pregnant. Frances Stone, his wife, was pregnant and had a small girl. So 2 children are involved here. One of them is unborn. And they're married, yeah? So Priscilla, because she fancies Mike Stone, chooses this, how can I say it, this champion Adonis. He's going to be the one that she uses. He's going to be the one that she uses. Mike Stone is the chosen one. Aha, you are the one that's going to give me the strength. You are the one that's going to give me the strength to walk out on Elvis and humiliate him. And then she marches down the road, dragging Lisa Marie with her. Yeah? Again, Elvis has been completely humiliated in front of the world, because this man that she chose, Mike Stone, who has admitted everything in his interviews on YouTube, if you want to go and check that out, boasting how he had taken Elvis's wife. Why me, he says. Why did she choose me? He says this in his interview. I couldn't believe that Elvis chose me over... No, that Priscilla chose me over Mike Stone. You get what I'm saying? I'm getting my words mixed up. Mike Stone couldn't believe he had been chosen. Sorry, get my words right. And he boasts about it on his YouTube interviews. Yeah? Honestly, I don't know how she could live with herself. But then she parades herself, over Elvis. Thank you, brother. Then she goes round shopping to shopping malls, to restaurants, to cafes with Mike Stone, kissing him in public, so that all the tabloids, the press, the media can take pictures of Priscilla with Mike Stone. Elvis has to face this. Elvis is at home. The world is covering this story. It's in all the magazines. The world is covering that Priscilla had run off with Mike Stone, the karate champion. Literally humiliating Elvis daily for months and months. It breaks my heart. It literally breaks my heart. Breaks my heart that Elvis went through that. For me, it's one of the most hurtful things I can think of. That Elvis had to get past that. He had to fight through that. And he did come through it. Obviously, he moved on, had different girlfriends. And he did survive it. And he stood proudly and faced the future. Don't forget, I didn't know Elvis. Even though I feel a connection, I didn't know him. I wasn't there. I'm from a different generation. But I'm a man. And I know if my wife left me... Oh, thanks for joining us, Mindy. Thank you so much. I send you love, Mindy. You know everyone loves you. We're all very proud of you, Mindy. We're all very, very proud of you. You're a beautiful person inside and out. Everyone say goodbye to Mindy, please. Thank you so much for joining us. So it's so hurtful. So hurtful that we have to think back on that time from 1968 right through to 1973, and then Elvis has to pick up the pieces and get on with his life. It breaks all our heart, doesn't it? It breaks all our heart. And then Priscilla's thanks is to go off a few years later and have a second divorce settlement that basically just rips him off. That literally rips him off. Almost bankrupts him, takes nearly all his money, a charge being placed on Graceland, a second, is it like a deed of trust being placed on Graceland, and then Elvis then faces the last few years of his life battling it out over money with Priscilla. But then Priscilla just keeps saying Elvis was the love of my life. Elvis was the love of my life. It just doesn't make sense, guys. You couldn't make it up, could you? You betray a man at least twice. You take all his money. You write a book that trashes his memory. A book of lies. Yeah? But then you get interviewed again and again saying Elvis is the love of my life. Elvis is the love of my life. What is that? What is that? Seriously, guys. I just don't understand it. I do not understand how you can treat someone so badly, but then keep saying that he's the love of her life. And then the book comes out, From Here to the Great Unknown, which is now exposing more wrongdoing from Priscilla, yeah? From Lisa Marie's own mouth, more wrongdoing. That she was abused, allegedly abused by Michael Edwards. She felt unloved by her own mother. Her own mother stood back and did nothing about the alleged abuse. This has all been admitted by Lisa Marie's own words in the book From Here to the Great Unknown. Yeah? And nothing is happening. All the Elvis fans are like, when will we get justice for Lisa Marie? The Elvis fans, the book has come out, we've all read the book, we know the ins and outs of the book. Yeah? We know the ins and outs. And nothing has been done. It's been swept under the rug. So why though? Any other celebrity, this would have been sorted. If we go by P. Diddy, yeah? But with Elvis, it's a different set of rules. Things get brushed away, hidden away, swept under the carpet, under the rug, because it happened so many years ago, decades ago. Well, it's not good enough, because we the fans demand that there is justice for Lisa Marie. We demand justice for Lisa Marie. Yeah? So, every time we watch the news, British news, Australian news, American news, doesn't matter what news it is, every time we watch it, we are going to look for justice. We are going to look for justice to Lisa Marie Presley. And we're going to keep pushing it until it happens. Anyway, guys, I can't hang about. I just want to specially thank Mindy Miller, who is beautiful and lovely inside and out. Obviously, we know she was Elvis's girlfriend, and she was so close to Elvis, and always speaks highly of Elvis. I've watched loads of interviews with Mindy Miller, and the way she speaks about him is absolutely magical, adorable. You have been you've been a true friend to Elvis, Mindy Miller. You have been a true friend to Elvis. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I've watched all the interviews that you've done, more or less. And you still represent him now every day in a positive light. And you show the true Elvis, the way that Elvis should truly be remembered. So thank you for that, Mindy. Thank you from the Elvis fans. And as a humble Elvis fan at home in Weston-super-Mare, who didn't know Elvis, I feel honoured that someone like Mindy Miller would join us on this live stream. So it's a good day, guys. It's a good day. I'm going to have to say goodbye to you all because my battery is about to go flat. I'm going to try and do one more live. I've got some newspaper clips to read out, so hopefully I'll be able to do that. So thanks, guys. I send you all love. Thank you to my brother for joining us. Take care. Love to all of you.